Jim, do you feel we got what we needed out of that exercise?
I thought it was perfect. It was everything that we were looking for, really. You know, we've had games recently in the League Cup against lower league opposition, and we've not really been tested against what we would class as a Premier League opposition. Obviously, Luton, English Premier League team last season, they'll be up there competing in the playoff and then promotion places in the Championship this season. And we knew that they would enjoy, periods in the game where they'd have good possession, and we tried to liken this game to, one of the bigger boys in our Premier League, and it was going to test our shape. It was going to really work us in the key areas that we need to get better in, which is that high press that we're looking for, and trying to be aggressive against the opposition and not make life comfortable for them. And I thought we'd done it really well. I don't think we got picked off too many times. The two goals that we concede are poor from our perspective initially, where we're in positions where we had good possession. And those quick turnovers and quick transitions against good teams, that's where you can get punished. But it was a very worthwhile exercise, I felt.
In terms of when we did have the ball, at times we showed the composure that we're going to need to show throughout the Premiership campaign as well. Maybe sometimes in the final third the final product wasn't quite there, but there were still positive signs. Yeah,
I think that's an area that we'll continuously try to improve on. We still need to get fitter. We're not anywhere near where we need to be in terms of energy levels. Obviously, the new players are haven't had quite the same pre-season as some of the guys who were here from the beginning. I think that showed with big Richard O'Dada in the middle of the park. Richard had a light training session yesterday after a really difficult time getting here, have flights cancelled and travelling through the night. So his preparation for the game tonight wasn't ideal, and I think that showed at times in his performance. He was a little bit leggy, a little bit sluggish. In the build-up to that second goal that Luton got, he was cheap in possession. And, I don't think I can be too hard on the boy for what he's had to go through to get here. But it was important that we got valuable minutes in his legs. And, he's still got a long way to go in terms of the fitness levels. But all in all, I thought it was pleasing. First half, I didn't think we'd done well enough in possession. Second half, I thought we showed a little bit more courage on the ball and tried to play into the midfield and tried to take things on the half turn and play forward early. And I thought there was some really good individual performances as well. I thought some of the younger players in particular, Brandon Forbes hasn't let himself down again tonight. I know I keep talking about him, but he's one that excites me because he's never overawed by the occasion. And tonight done well, but across the board there wasn't any real below par performances. It was a very good evening. Delighted for the fans as well that we were able to get a couple of goals of our own, and brilliant finish from Babunski, and Ross Graham done well for the penalty, and obviously Multi dispatched it perfectly.
Another debutant that we had tonight was Jort van der Sande. He looked more ready to make an instant impact, didn't he?
Yeah, Jort has had 3 or 4 weeks of a pre-season at his previous club, so we knew he was going to be a bit fresher, and we knew that he was going to be able to handle the tempo and the intensity of the game. Just really important to get these guys minutes, and I think Jort showed what he's going to bring to the team in terms of his aggression and his leadership qualities at the top end of the pitch. He's a real team player. I think the fans will grow to love him in terms of, hopefully, by the way of him scoring plenty of goals, but I think they'll love his appetite for the game and his willingness to work hard for the team, and he gives everything for the jersey. In the games that I've seen him playing, and he's a real team player, and you can never have enough of those.
That's obviously a wrap for the pre-season schedule, so how beneficial a period do you feel it's been for the group?
I think pre-season is pre-season. Obviously, we always talk about the League Cup group stages coming around a little bit too early for everybody. The only, I suppose, blip in the copybook is that Falkirk game in the opener. Since then, in the space of 3 weeks, I think the transition that the team has made in terms of the defensive shape, the getting used to the new system, I think has came on leaps and bounds in the space of a short time. Look, still in with a chance at this group stage. I was feeling a little bit low after the Bucky Thistle game, and maybe I came across in my post-match interview, but you know, football's a strange game. You never know what could happen tomorrow in the fixtures that are due to be played, and you know, hopefully we get a little bit of a break in one or two of the games, and hopefully one or two teams can do us a favour, and hopefully we'll be in the hat for the next round. But overall, very, very pleased, very satisfied with the recruitment business that we've done. And you know, delighted that the players have bought into what we're asking them to do. You know, we want to be a team that plays on the front foot. We want that intensity and that energy both in and out of possession, and I think we're seeing that all coming together now nicely.